I got something to show you guys today here. I want you guys to see. Okay, live from the command center of the JW Solar USA. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Here we are with a very nice, simple, and powerful technology from MPP Solar in Taiwan. Guys, let's take all this stuff, protection stuff. Here we have communication cable right here, and we have a software, watch power, and we have the manual. So set them on the corner, and this is one of the latest charge controller, inverter charger, hybrid inverter charger made by MPP Solar, which I haven't found any review yet online. For some reason, I don't know why, but now JW Solar USA is taking the advantage to do the first review on this device. Or maybe it's already there, but I can't even find it. Well, guys, this is what it is again. We've done it again. Here we go. What we have here today is inverter charger, model number PIP-6048MT. Okay, here are the specs. 48 volt, rated power is 6,000 volt amp, which is a 6,000 watt. It's a 48 volt, 124 amps on the batteries, and the output is 230 volts AC, 50-60 hertz at 26.1 amps. Well, you see the input for the charging, you can go up to about 230 volts, 50-60 hertz at 35 amps. And the output to the DC, which is the batteries, this one can go up to from 54 volt DC to 60 volt max, which is the highest you can go. And this is takes about 100 amps charging, but it's set up at 30 amps default. So this one is a 500 volt DC VOC, 500 volts VOC input, but you can only utilize from 60 for the MPPT maximum power point tracking range from 60 to 450 volt DC. So this is what is recommended. It has a nice vent here with a foam inside filter so that I can pick up any dust. It tells you it's the 6th month 2022 right there. So it has a nice build, which is different from the previous ones they had. It's an orange color, orange and white. Okay, if we can go through the features right here, you can see this like an Ethernet port here, and like RJ45. This one you can able to use this output, this display, and use it external, not to be on the machine. You can use just like when you have your thermostat or at your house or remote display, and you can hook it up from here. See that? You can hook up that because there's a short wire inside here. Then you can just use a longer cable and plug it from there to the back of this panel. And here is a dry contact. That's for generator start. If you want to incorporate the generator on this thing, you gotta have like a relay. Is a Wi-Fi capability, and it has here is the USB, like the USB type 2, the new one, the smaller for the latest phones. Type C, sorry, that's why I was, but USB Type C. And this is here for lithium batteries for BMS. If you have those batteries that are compatible with this guy here, we haven't gone through all the manual to see what kind of battery you're piloting, something like that. Those batteries, and you can able to use them with the BMS, and then you can just use the dip switches and configure your addresses on your each battery, and that's how the device gonna recognize that. Here is for your RS-232 to your computer, so you can use two versions. This is fast, and you can use this RS-232 cable, which is the cable that I showed you earlier, this guy here, and plug this and goes to your computer from here, just like a VGA cable. So it's almost the same that goes right here for your display screen. Okay, down here, if we come down here, you can see that's the display I was telling you. See the indication right here. So down here you can see a new build. It's different display that they haven't had before. And if we take a look here, you will see what it is. Input breaker, and here you can see, and by the way, this thing has a dual output, okay, just like when you have leg 1, leg 2, something like that, but it's a 2 in outputs you can able to utilize in case output 2 for, you can program it to do certain things on critical loads or anything. When with a timer, you can go about and tell it when it turns on, or maybe when your battery gets to a certain threshold, and you can disengage this output here. So right here is the battery connection. That's how you bring in your wires in, the negative and positive cable. And right here is for the PV cable. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna try, it has two fans at the bottom, okay, and another vent on the side, both sides. You see that? And I'm gonna try and open up this guy so that we can see the connection inside. So this side here is for the indication for your power. It shows the indicator, and now it's gonna see the AC, inverter, and the charging and fault light. The only thing I'm seeing right now is the orange makes it really difficult to able to read some of these writings here. You know, the orange color is really deceiving at this point. Now I hope you can see that I have all lights on. You can see, so the power button, and you can select, these are all touch screen, so you don't have to use any force to push these things at touch screen, you know, electronic touchpad, something like that. So you can just put your finger, it can read it, and the up and down button. So don't think you're gonna push so hard like it's a button, you know, like this. No, it's not gonna be like that. It's just a touch sense. So, and even a caution right here, so you gotta be careful using a high voltage here. So let's open up this bad boy and see what is in there. Like and subscribe. JW Solar USA, live from the command center in Minnesota. Alright guys, you have to take approximately 6 screws there. So this one down here, 2 down here, and 1 on the other here, and 2 on the sides, right here and there, and it's gonna be 2 on the other side as well. So this is how you take the cover, and this cover can just comes out easily. It has some wires on the back, so you have to be very careful if you want to take these ones out. It has some notch where here this thing can latch from the back. There is a hole right here that fits in, so just be careful what you do so you can't ruin these tiny wires. So there they are. You can take this one. This is the one old display module right here. So here goes. It tells you the far left what they are. The two neutral, live, and live. See that? The neutrals are in the center, and live and live, because since it's a 230. And here is the battery terminals, positive and negative, and they're totally isolated with one of these plastic. And if we can go through this guy here, I don't know, we're gonna reach the PV area here. The PV, you see, is right there at the bottom. This white stuff right here. So I think we have to figure this out. Oh, okay. We have to take this panel on the side, these two screws, to remove this panel, and these two right here, and lift this guy completely so that we can able to access the PV section there. So what I'm gonna do on this application, instead of monkeying around coming through here all the time, we need to install, if it's MC4 connector, guys, like this. We already have the positive and negative wire, and we're just gonna take this wire and cut them and tie it to the positive and the negative. I'll just leave them hanging here. Okay, so I had a strain relief here to protect the wire from rubbing from the metal so it can cut. And here we can go through here. The bottom can go to the other, penetrate to this, and we can use the other one to penetrate like the top one, the positive. So whatever you want to do. Yeah. So this is how it looks like. For those of you who are really curious about this, I'm not going to be opening all these inverter to show you guys, because I don't want to void the warranty. Okay, this one is not even attached there yet, but sometimes you open up this guy right here, you just, you know, break that warranty on that thing. So if we have to test it and it didn't work, God forbid, and keep fingers crossed, then we can able to, maybe they will say, tell us to return it, and so that we can have a refund or exchange or whatever the case may be, because MPP, they're really good at doing something. Most of their inverters now you cannot return. All you do is just like is a card or whatever. They will tell you what's the problem, then you can just go ahead and remove certain card or circuit board, and they will tell you what to do, or you tell them what the fault light was, the error. They know. So guys, it has, I don't know how many millimeter fans are these, but it's not that big. I think this is a kind of a deflector or something for the air, protecting other things here, isolating stuff. It has a big heat sink on the bottom there. So for international, instead of having the black wire or the red wire, and is a brown wire is the positive, which is the live, the brown ones. So same thing here, you have two. This one is alive, this one is alive. These are the two neutral, the middle right here, according to the diagram. So we've seen part of this, but oh, there you go, there is a fuse in there. Can zoom. I don't know how many amps is that. So now they incorporate a fuse. Sorry, 150 amps. So those nice fuse you can able to use, and just not blade fuse. It's kind of different. So you can just able to change the fuse when something burnt out. So if you don't have, you have a breaker and you turn the breaker on, and that spike of electricity or DC, it might probably blow up your other fuse that you have there. Since it's a 48 volts, I think they end up giving a 150 amps, which I'm really surprised. I thought it's supposed to be 125 or something, but okay, 175, excuse me. Yes, that's 150. So I think they're trying to rate that in a way, the fuse, so that the fuse can blow quickly instead of destroying any components in there. So I would try to get more of those mini fuse and 150 of those, and we can go about save it. It says right on the circuit board right there. So 32 volts, 150. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be a lot of function and a lot of stuff. I think it's a little transformers in the other side here, but we'll see. We're not monkeying around with it yet because I'm still waiting for some batteries. I want to do some massive tests. I'm waiting for new lithiums in the house and waiting for solar panels, and so 310 watts Jinko panels. I think they're made in South Africa. So they're gonna be going in the sky, and we're gonna be using probably the Nissan Leaf batteries on this, or we can test some new batteries, new technology, LG Chem, and we can try them here and see how everything works out. I want to see the display, how everything works. By this time, I don't know if I'm gonna be putting all these screws back in here. I'll probably just leave it the way it is, and I give you so that's when I'm about to work on it, it's just gonna go right in. Well, for the sake of other people who are really curious, this is how long the inverter is. So you can look at it, it's almost 15 3/4, almost 16 inches long. And if we go horizontal, and it's approximately 12 inches horizontal. And if we look at the height, is approximately 5 inches. So this is what it is. Well, we can do a review. It's not going to be all the best review right now till we put everything together and makes it really nice. And let's see. I was going to flip this guy so that we can see the back of it. All right, guys, a recap. My mistake. I can leave without correcting this because someone can see this. So if you want to take this panel, you don't have to remove these screws right here on the side. All you got to do is remove the one on the bottom right here. Okay, the two ones at the bottom to remove. If you remove these two screws, and that will lead for you opening this entire panel. So I'm gonna replace back these screws. It's my mistake, and I can't leave without that correcting it, because someone will correct me on the comment below. I know that, so I better correct it now. I can't let it go. So I'm gonna put back these screws right here. I just realized that, and can't go without. You can go without that. So you're only connecting to this guy here to pull this. I'm supposed to know this because I've done it with the GK solar with that 3 kilowatts. I have that video. That's an international too. It's a blue and white, and I'm supposed to remember from that here, right here. So those are the ones. So gotta be careful. I already have a wire, the plug that just came out here. Let's fix it. See, this is what I was saying. You can able to dismantle this entire panel completely by just removing these two plugs, this one and this one here. These two can disconnect this display panel, completely isolating it. Okay, all right, stay tuned. So now we already have the screws back and both sides. So we're gonna replace this monitor. So this is just a communication module right here for the display and all the network system, and for the battery, BMS, USB display. So if you want to open it, that's how you have to go through these guys and that guy. There's nothing else you have to do. It's only take these bottom screws, 2 screws, that's it. So let's see this guy underneath. So when it comes to the mounting, it has one. So this is interesting. They used to have, like, you can go through here, can have maybe a second one, but this is just like asking as a support, so you can able to you know, a little bit higher from the elevated from the wall or anything. So there goes the standoffs, and here is one, and there is another one. Okay, so that's MPP. It used to be just can hang it on these two. We have another one down here. I remember with the GK has that one too. So if we have to do that, we're gonna see where this bad boy is gonna be. Oh, right underneath there by the blue wire. Right, that's how, right there. It's kind of tight to do, but if you want this thing to be firm and sturdy, you have to go through that pain and do that. So I'm not gonna cover up everything right now because I know I'm gonna be doing a install. I'm gonna be mounting it to where it's supposed to be, and you will see that on the next video. Right? Like and subscribe. GW Solar USA. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.